everybody. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to One Objective Tonight. We have got a good show lined up for you guys, and we ought to, because we've been off for 2 weeks, man. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good.
Man, it's good to be back in the studio. I know it has been it's been crazy, man. It's just been a lot going on, and with products coming out with One Objective and trying to get back down to the shop and taking care of that, and it's been a crazy time, and then just family time. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. Like I said, we got a great show lined up. Shannon Wheeler from Dude Let's Fish. Also, a lot of you guys know him from Missile Baits. He's kind of, other than John, he is like one of the big faces of Missile Baits. You know, when for us anyways. You know, for other people, you might see other people being the face of Missile Baits. But for us, you know, we've known Shannon for a long time, even before Missile Baits. So, but he's always been a great friend. Always funny. Always got something to say. You know, he just keeps you laughing all the time. So look forward to having him on. We're going to be talking about his YouTube channel that he started, it was last year, I think it was. Last year, year before. I'm trying to remember the exact date. He'll tell us that. Anyway, he's over 1,000 subscribers now. To some, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that is a very big goal to get that 1,000 subscribers. That's the point where you can start getting close to where you're getting monetized and all that. So I'm happy for him to have his page up. He's got some really great content, and he it's well deserved. He actually deserves more than that, but he does a lot of great videos. Just some cool stuff, man, all around the whole fishing industry. You know, some really pretty cool stuff. So anyways, we're going to have him on. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to be covering one of the big comments that I see on kayak forums. I see when we post a video on a decked out kayak, you know, everybody's like, oh, you should have just bought a bass boat. And yeah and no, you know, there's a lot more that comes along when you get a bass boat and you do that. So, you know, we're going to go over that. Shannon does a lot of boat flipping when it comes to, well, I say a lot, he's done a lot when it comes to buying a boat, putting money in it, getting it right, turning around, using it for a while and selling it. There's also your insurance. There's all this other stuff that goes along with that. So there's pros and cons of each. So anyways, we're going to go over that. We're going to talk with Shannon on that. Also, want to congratulate Brandon Polinick on his Bassmaster Elite win today. He had a magical, epic day of catching smallmouth. It was phenomenal to watch. They had it live on ESPN. So you could go on your phone, watch it on ESPN. You could go and watch it live on ESPN. They did like the whole tournament just about.
Oh, wow. On
ESPN, live. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't have all the sports crap going on with everything going on right now in the world. Yeah. You got fishing. Yeah. So anyways, it was slam packed with just action. I know it was a little distorted, I guess, where they're fishing at, just trying to get service out there. You know, I couldn't imagine the money they have spent in software and equipment just to even be able to do that for that long. So
oh yeah.
But anyways, pretty cool. Pretty awesome to see. Watch that. I mean, you know, Major League Fishing does it. Now Bassmaster's doing it live. They always did it on their website, but now to be on ESPN, regular TV network live, that's big. That's really big. So kudos to them guys as well. Congratulations, Brandon Polinick. Also, before we get this show going, I want to thank our sponsors. They have been great. They have done a lot for us. We got some exciting news coming up for September. When we have another sponsor's going to be coming on board with us. So we're excited to talk, get them on the show, talk about it, and also, you know, release to who it's going to be on our next sponsor. So looking forward to that. But start off, I want to thank Bonafide. I want to thank Yak Attack, Falcon, Missile Baits, Bino Power, Power Pole, Native Watercraft, and my Accucoil. So want to thank everybody that has really helped us out with our contest. Also, RBT Custom Crankbaits. He's going to be giving away a bait tonight.
Yeah, Lee says he smoked 8 bass boats over 40K in his kayak last night. He caught up with some at the dock.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
there's the bait.
Yeah, so there is the bait that RBT Custom Baits will be giving away. Will be giving away tonight.
What's it called?
It's a crappie. I can't remember. What did he call that one? It just slipped my mind. You asked me.
I didn't know if he had like a fancy name for it or not.
Yeah, I know. I look it up real quick. It was in our text there. So,
crappie swim bait.
Crappie swim bait.
There you go.
It's not a crappie swim bait, but it's painted like a crappie.
Yeah, over there. Yeah.
Okay. So we're not calling it a junk crank swim bait.
No.
But anyway, anyways, I want to thank Ron for helping out with that. He does some really good stuff. He's got some really nice baits that he's been painting. So, but anyways, Chris is going to be going through the comments. Whoever's commenting and being part of the show, Chris is going to pick a winner as a random winner. It ain't about how many comments you do, but he's just going to be going through who's all in the comment feed.
Yeah.
So if you let us know where you're listening from. We had a guy on the live feed we just did a second ago for the Yak Attack cup holder giveaway from Australia.
Yeah.
We had one from Canada, eh?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're
It's
worldwide.
9 o'clock Monday morning in Australia.
Yeah. So we're worldwide right now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Anyways, Jody Cousins also he won our Yak Attack cup holder giveaway for guessing how many was in the box. The way we did this was it was over 600 comments. We had over 250 comments in the first hour of the giveaway.
That's a lot of comments.
That's a lot of comments. So as you're going through, and you'll see it just keep popping up. But, we told we was going to run that until Sunday. So, anyways, went through who did the comment first with the timestamp. Jody Cousins won it. So congratulations to him. That's how we did it. We did say somebody say something about we should give away several, and people did. Well, if we did that, then we would be buying,
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be buying more cups, but we'd be going through a lot of cups.
Chris says, always listen to your guys' podcast, and this is the first live feed for myself.
All right.
Keep
Hey,
up
man.
the good work.
Thank you
for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Like I say, if you got any questions for Shannon, guys, make sure you ask them. We'll try to get to them the best we can. I can't guarantee we'll get to all of them. Then again, depending on how many people's asking questions, if we don't got a lot, we can probably get to all of them. So
Kevin's a first-time caller.
First-time caller. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
There you go.
But like I say, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I say, let us know in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from. We'd like to see where everybody's listening, tuning in,
Yeah.
And, but yeah, just tune in, let us know where you're listening from. Are you out there in the garage working on your boat while you're listening? What are you doing? Just let us know. So, but anyways, we also have, Chris, first before I go into what time we got right now?
8:08.
8:08. Okay, we got a couple minutes. We just released our One Objective Outdoors. I don't know, not show, but media. Let's just say
media
pages.
Media productions.
Yeah, there we go. This is more of behind the scenes of what we do other than fishing. More of our family stuff. It's more of our vlogging stuff. So there might be some boring stuff on there. There might be some really exciting stuff, and hopefully we teach somebody some stuff, from riding ATVs to, doing a lot of trail rides. James and him, he's got a trip. He's going to be coming up to West Virginia with a side-by-side with his family. So going to be doing some of that. I know that, a lot of people want to go on One Objective Bass Fishing's YouTube and all that. They want to see bass fishing tips. They want to see kayak rigging, boat rigging, all that stuff. So we try to keep that a little separate. So One Objective Outdoors is going to be our thing where we go hunting. Some fish, like we have some trips planned that we want to do for some offshore fishing. Whether we get it to this year or not with all the COVID stuff going on, I don't know. But we got some stuff we want to do with that. So we're just trying to keep everything kind of separate on it. So if you don't mind, go to One Objective Outdoors on our Facebook, on Instagram, and we don't have nothing on YouTube yet, but I'm working on all that starting this week. So hopefully we'll start releasing some videos. Just got my son into kart racing. Me and Chris, you're going to help out with the team a little bit too.
Yeah.
I was showing Chris today. Today was the first day he's seen it. Just bought a motor for it. So I'm excited about getting him into kart racing. But we're doing it on a budget. We're balling on a budget. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot of used parts getting bought.
We ain't Hendrick Motorsports here.
No, we ain't Hendrick. We're like I say, we're balling on a budget, getting used parts and trying to make it work and see what happens. But anyway, you can follow along on One Objective Outdoors, and you'll see a lot of that coming along. Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll get good. Maybe by next year we'll have an apparel line or something.
Ronald's in Nashville tonight.
Nashville, nice.
Yeah, he didn't live there. It's Brittany's dad.
Oh, okay.
He's a truck driver.
Oh, nice. Thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Also, oh man, it just slipped my mind. What was I talking about just a second ago? We was talking about the outdoors, go-kart racing.
Go-kart racing.
Oh, apparel line. There we go.
Apparel. Yeah, clothing.
We are working on some apparel for One Objective Bass Fishing, some hats and some shirts. We got some things in the works. We've had a lot of comments about it, so we got some things in the works right now, hoping to have some here soon. So who knows? Maybe one of the shows will give away a hat or a shirt or something.
11 after.
It's 11 after. Let's go ahead and call Shannon.
Yeah.
Let's listen to that awesome Skype music.
Awesome Skype music. Here it
I'm
goes.
going to drink a tea here. Come on, dude. Let's fish. There we go. Shannon. Look, he's messing with us now. I know he is. Shannon. Look. Come on, man. Talk to me.
Yo.
You got me. Uh-oh. All right. There we go.
You hear?
I hear you. He's
You
outside.
hear my daughter screaming?
I heard all kinds of ruckus going on right now. Chris is building up your scene right now. We're going to get you up here.
Welcome to my world.
Hey, man, I know all about it.
Yeah.
Granted,
dude,
my
it's,
kids ain't teenagers yet, but
Yeah.
so.
Let me disconnect. I think I got 2 Bluetooths going on right here. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Chris is trying to just build up your scene. What's going on, Chris? Well,
am I not seeing something here? I can't find the NDI source on the.
I don't know.
No, let me
I'm seeing a black screen. I don't see nothing.
I see you.
Hold on.
I see you. We got video. We got audio right now. So I'll talk to you right now until Chris builds up everything on that side. So right now, what are you getting into? I see you out there rigging. Are you doing some tackle rigging? You getting ready to go out and shoot some more video?
Now, I was actually shooting a video just now before you called on the electronics on my Jon Boat.
Ah.
And now I see a lot of Jon Boats out there that's got real little, electronics. I mean, like some of my buddies or whatever, it's got Jon Boats. Like Tracy Bowles has got a pimped out freaking Jon Boat with, Lowrance. He's got I think he's got carbons or the HDS or the live or whatever. His is pretty pimped out. And when my buddy Billy had a Jon Boat, he had Panoptics on the front. I've got, a lot of people skimp like on the back of a Jon Boat. I think that's one of the most important, places to have a good graph. And if that's, like mine right now, it's the Jon Boat's the only boat I got. So I'm going all out as far as electronics, Yeah. It's kind of like having a Pinto, okay, like a 1979 Pinto, but having, 2 Rockford Fosgate 15s in the back, having just everything, having the lights just pimped out.
Oh, right? Yeah.
So, on the back of mine, I've got a Humminbird 1199 with side imaging, downscan, this and that, which ain't mine. It's Ed Logren's actually, and I'm just trying to sell it for him because I'm going to put a Garmin on the back, and I just got me a Garmin on the front that is ready for live scope Panoptics.
Yeah.
And, the back, I just switched out because I don't have it with me, but I had like a real little, something that you would, about the size of a cell phone. It was like a Humminbird 191, black and white, traditional. It tells you the water temp, and if that's all you can get, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, water temp, and it shows what's below you. But if you can't, like me, I want to have the best. So, the best I can see, because when you're on this tiller back here, this Mercury 9.9, and you want to scan, it saves your batteries on the trolling motor from just having like a 2D in the back and then your side imaging up front. You can have both, like the side imaging on the back, and you can sit there and scan for brush, rock piles, bait, whatever. And eventually I'll have a Garmin back here on the back, and they can network. So when I hit a waypoint, like, okay, there's a brush pile in 18 foot of water, it'll talk to the one up front, just like normal, when you network stuff, how it does.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's nice. I mean,
you
got one of like the most pimped out, Jon Boats.
Yeah, man, it's getting there. Let me see if I can flip this around. I'll let you.
I don't know if I don't even know if people can even see it right now. He's still trying to be like we're having some technical issues with video right now. I don't know what's going on, but
all right, I'll just wait.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
wait, man.
yeah. He's still working on it, but
Okay. What's he doing? Is he drinking on the job or is he?
Nah.
What's happening? No, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit, but they can't quite see your video in there. Like that's what we can see right now. So
well,
the computer likes to do updates and then screw things up, and then we have to go back and fix everything.
There it is.
Yeah.
How about the traffic in the back? Is that a problem? Can you hear that?
No, it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all.
It's not that bad? Okay.
No. But, well, let's talk. Hey, let's get into your YouTube first before we get into all the technical stuff and get everybody dialed in on learning some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Dude Let's Fish. I mean, how old is this? It's over a year now. Is it 2 years that you've been doing this?
No. It's, I uploaded my first video, which was on the Ned Bomb, the Missile Baits Ned Bomb at Bear Pond was my first video. Me and Andy, Jackknife Andy, uploaded it. January, March, April, May. I think it was May of last year was my first video upload.
Yeah. And that's phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, it's, I thought it was kind of crazy too, because I really wanted something that I could just dump all this video I've got that's not missile baits or that is missile baits or, like crankbait, like crankbait fishing or, like topwater stuff or just, whatever. Like I had a backlog of all these videos and I still have them, like striper fishing, whatever. And I was like, well, I need to do something with all this stuff. And then I just had like ideas in my head on what I wanted to do. And, it's like, I enjoy doing it. So, I was like, well, let's just think of okay, Dude Let's Fish. Cool. I made my own logo. I was like, all right, that'll work. Yeah. And then just kind of put it together and started uploading and, got the Instagram going and the Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, which I'm not a big fan of Twitter, but, Yeah.
Go down to the bottom left at the window, Chris, where you can go to all your apps.
Yeah.
Right here?
No, down at the bottom of the very screen. Your window screen for Windows.
Oh.
That's Emma in the background. Emma, do you want in on this? No, you're good. You're all right.
Which one is the famous one on TikTok? The one you see a lot on your TikTok videos?
That's Emma.
That's Emma.
That's Emma. Yeah, she's like well, Brooke too. When she goes fishing with me, I've had her with me a couple of times, but Emma's always, she's Brooke's either working or can't go, so I'll be like, Emma, come on. My TikTok's slacking a little bit. Let's go make one. Yeah. Just I'll go film and then I'll pick out something I think that's going to work, and 150,000 views later, it's cool.
Yeah.
And all my stuff starts going up. So yeah. Thank you, Emma. Yeah, thank you.
TikTok, man, is like a funny beast anyways. Like you can have a video that you're like, man, this ain't gonna do nothing. And then
it explodes.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I got, for us, a good one for us was 100,000. But you got several of them that are like, that done really well. I mean,
yeah. And, when I first started it, because, I listen to like entrepreneurial stuff and try to keep up with like the latest social media stuff and this and that. And then, I checked out TikTok and my girls were like, oh yeah, TikTok. It used to be called Vine. No, it used to be called what? Musical.ly. It used to be called Musical.ly. See?
Oh,
and, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I done, a couple videos and I had like 15 followers and, 50 views on each video. Well, then I kept doing it a little bit and, I was still right around 48 followers. And then the bootlegger video, which we were, her mom was cleaning my oldest daughter's room and picked up a book bag. And it was kind of heavy and it was rattling a little bit. So she opened it up and it was full of Johnny bootleggers, right? Like you had sour apple, you had grape, you had what? Peach, lemonade,
blue raspberry.
I didn't even know they made those flavors, like back in the day, Mad Dog came in grape and, a headache and next. But so she brought them in there. She's like, look at this. But the good thing about it, they were all full. So you can't get too mad about it. So,
yeah.
But anyway, I done a TikTok, and Emma's sitting there cleaning the door off, and I was like, Emma, what is this? She's like, what do you mean? They Gatorade? And I'm like, whatever. And that video put me at like 20,000 subs, and it got 1.6 million views. And
wow.
she was in school, and I was texting her screenshots of, I was like, Emma, this thing has got like 78,000 views. And then I'd refresh, and it'd be like 100. Refresh, 200. It was like all day. I was like, holy crap, 551.20 thousand views.
Like screenshot it, posted on.
Yeah, like some senior came up to her and was like, hey, you got any Johnny bootleggers?
Oh my gosh, I heard that for weeks.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is, they actually joined the high school bass fishing team, and they fished one tournament at Field Pot. The next tournament was at Bugs, and it was rainy or whatever. So, but I made them jerseys, and they had, it was like a little secret code. It was a Johnny Bootlegger logo on the right sleeve.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So I was like, keep it on the down low because, maybe school doesn't support alcohol, whatever. It's just
Yeah.
But if you see it, you know it.
Yeah. It's there. That's funny, man. So let's talk, man. You just hit, was it last month? 1,000 subscribers, I think it was.
It was like 3 weeks ago. I finally hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, which is cool. And I know we were talking about it, and it was like 4,000 hours watched, or
it's something like 400,000 watch hour times.
Crazy. And I was like, dude, that's. But my hours watched, I got before my subs.
Yeah.
So. I was sitting there just constantly it was at like 995, and I'm sitting there refreshing, and it's like I wanted to post like all kinds of stuff just to get more subs, but you can't do it. You gotta chill and just be patient with it, and it'll eventually get there. So that's kind of what I'm doing is, I want it to grow, but I'm not doing it because I want to get paid. I mean, obviously everybody wants to get paid, but it's not for that. I just enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
I mean, I love running the camera. I love editing. I love fishing. I love, my wife's like, oh, you don't like being in front of the camera, do you? I was like, no, not at all. Which I really do, but whatever.
You do really good. I like the fact how you tell your stories, leading into your shows. And I really like that. That's something we're trying to get more into, is being more of that vlogging side of the trip. Not like so much of like, let's just get technical with it, but like a vlogging trip, like having fun and getting out there and just fishing, Yeah. And you do a really good job with that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And, sometimes it's not always easy to tell a story. It's like, you have to come up with stuff. And, I'm learning now, like a lot of stuff that I'm incorporating doesn't exactly have to be fishing related, just to kind of start out with. But then it eventually ends up fishing related. If I just try to get as much B-roll, or just kind of throw it off in the beginning as much as I can, and then go into what I'm really doing, whether it's a video about fishing brush or deep cranking or treble hooks on pop-Rs or something like that. I like to kind of give a, like just something that's not even related to fishing, just to kind of be different, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what we actually just started another channel, One Objective Outdoors, that is going to be primarily like everything else we do besides fishing. Like full wheeling and go karting and just whatever you do. You know what I mean? Just like regular vlogging stuff.
Yeah.
So
raising hell.
Yeah. Like who we are, on the side of just fishing. So, but yeah, you've done a really great job with that. And like I say, it's just to watch your progress of your Jon Boat build has been cool to watch too. Just like the progression of it has been really good.
Yeah, and you can ask it's kind of surprising because I'm not a handyman. Like I'm not call Shannon. He knows what he can figure out what's wrong with your car, or he can fix that door to where it'll shut off. Like I'm not that guy. Like don't ever call me for advice on any kind of handyman work. Like good old boy, open up a hood and Let's see what, maybe it's a spark. I don't know jack crap about that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't grow up like that. It was all music and, just pretty much music, like just constantly playing music. So I didn't really learn how to do any of that stuff. But the Jon Boat build was kind of strange and rewarding at the same time, because like reading a ruler,
Yeah.
it's like I was talking to Swindle about it, last month, because he's a carpenter and stuff. And, we was talking about Jon Boat, and I was like, I don't know, like say I got to make a cut that's 10 inches and 5/8, we'll say.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's at. For me, it's like 10 inches and
3 slashes or 4.
6 little slashes. So I'm like counting, and then I'll mark it.
Yeah.
James he'll know, because
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows how to read a ruler. I mean, he's a beast at that stuff.
Yeah. He knows. Like, I was hoping to get him on tonight. He's getting prepared for the hurricane / tropical depression that's going to be coming down by his way.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get everything packed up and moved, not packed up, but like inside and things straight before it comes in. So he's been busy with that all day today. But he can read a ruler. Like, I mean, he just puts it on. Oh, it's this. Like, he'll ask me sometimes, "Hey man, go make a cut for me. It's this size."
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at my phone real quick. Where is
Yeah, and thank God for carpet, because carpet really covers up a lot of flaws. Like on the and like on the front deck. I mean, a lot of it's common sense, but like on the front deck, I took a piece of cardboard that we had at Missile, that when we get like, boxes of soft plastics in, it'll always be a cardboard on top of the pallet that the bait stack on, right? I guess just for whatever. So I taped 2 of them together, put it on the front deck, and then traced the outside of the deck of the boat, and then made a cut, and then made another cut from the inside, where I'd take like a razor and just kind of go down it, because I didn't have a wrap on it or nothing like that. So it didn't matter if it scratched like the gun or whatever. And I just traced that on wood, and I mean, that was the front deck was kind of hard cutting, because you got to go in an angle, and I had like a jigsaw or one of them, whatever them saws are called, and you got to stay on the line, and but I mean, it worked out pretty good, and I just kept adding to it or whatever. So I still have to redo like all the electrical wiring. I mean, the guy or the lady I got it from, the guy that she got it from had like a battery cable ran from the battery up to the front for the main wires. Like no, not a battery cable, a jumper cable cut off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the real thick gauge. So a lot of it was homemade stuff, but the guy did an incredible job on like the aluminum fabricating. Like, it's got a homemade live well, and it holds water, holds fish. Just like all the aluminum stuff on the boat is the homemade trim tabs in the back. Everything's really good, but just needs to be updated.
Yeah.
So that's when I went to work.
Well, I can't believe you took that boat all the way. Oh, before we go any further, guys, we're still trying to work. Chris is trying to work on getting our source up for the video. I don't know why it's, like I say, not doing, but we got audio. So, if you got any
audio and no video.
No, audio, no video. Just a video of me. So, Chris is working. Chris is digging into it, man.
On my screen.
Yeah, that's how Skype. That's just on your stuff. Everything looks good on this side, but
okay, right.
But that's Skype, man. Yeah, we got to find we got to find a better alternative. But anyways, but guys, like I say, if you're just tuning in, we got Shannon Wheeler on from Dude Let's Fish. We're talking about his YouTube channel. We're actually going to go into another topic here in a minute. But if you have any questions for Shannon, Chris will get to him. Where he's just trying to kind of go through and work on the issue that we're having right now. Hopefully, he can get it resolved for it. If not, you can always go back and listen to it on iTunes as well, and on Facebook after the show's done. So, but anyways, let's talk about now. You went to what you're going to be posting 2 videos a day. I mean, 2 videos a week now on YouTube.
Whew, man, yeah. Yeah,
That's hard, dude.
I remember saying that.
Yeah.
So I'm working on, like I said, I just had one post, or I had one. Let's see, I'd done that. The Popar one, was it Wednesday? And I had to open a big mouth and be like, I'm gonna start posting 2 videos, So I'm trying to finish that one tonight, but I should have waited till my daughter's getting ready. My oldest daughter's getting ready to go to Radford, so it's like a bunch of crazy stuff going on right now as far as time management, so and just trying to get out on the water because I want to kind of spend a little bit of, as much time as I can with her before she leaves.
Yeah.
Because, with all this COVID stuff going on, it's when she gets up there, like she can't leave.
Yeah.
And her semester is like from August to November, and then it's done. They don't want them going home for Thanksgiving or Christmas and then coming back. That semester is over. So, and I don't know what the limit is as far as on visiting and this and that. But anyway, I should have waited till after she left before I opened my mouth. But I gotta do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
No turning back.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I understand. It's me and James opened up our mouth one time and was like, you know what, that's what we said. We're gonna start posting 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
And then we got just crazy busy with one objective, and then I'm like, we're not gonna be able to post 2 videos a week. So
right. Then you gotta make a video and say, hey, I'm gonna do 1 video a week.
Yeah.
And two will be a bonus.
Yeah. And then we were like, we're gonna post on Wednesdays, and then we're like, oh crap, wait a minute, Wednesday's here. Video ain't ready. So now we just post whenever, like it's
right.
We got one ready, it's going up. So
yep.
But Chris, you said we got a question?
Yeah, Clay wants to know, do you ever use the Tokyo rig out deep, maybe with a large worm like an old monster?
No, I haven't. Actually. I have never used the Tokyo rig yet. I don't know if I don't know. It really doesn't interest me that much. I like throwing drop shots and stuff like that, but I'd like to learn more about it, but I haven't. I think we have actually talked about throwing the Tokyo rig in brush, just to see, what I mean, just to see how it would work. But I've never thrown it.
Yeah, it's
need to. John throws it. John throws it a lot. I knew he threw it a couple tournaments back and did really good.
I haven't even had a desire to even think about throwing it. You know what I mean? Like say where we fish at, where we Smith at,
That's what Smith will do to you.
Exactly. It'll make you just so mad. But where we fish at, like say right now, it's drop shot, cranking, and Texas rigging. That's all I want to do. I don't want to throw nothing else. None of that stuff. So but like a good question. Thanks for
it was a good question. That kind of makes me want to go throw it now.
Yeah. What we got 2 more questions, Chris?
Tracy wants to know, could you ask Shannon if foster kids count?
Foster kids?
It depends if you're trying to sell me health insurance. Because I have a side hustle where I prank telemarketers.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Tracy's a fan.
Yeah. I've seen that video the other day. Me and James was actually watching it. We was going to leave his shop and start watching it, man. That was so funny.
Here's what happened. I don't know. It's like something about I think my wife, now I don't want, you can go back and delete this, but my wife, might have been me. I might have put my phone number in. I was trying to get a quote on, because health insurance is freaking expensive.
Yeah.
And it might have been me. And I was trying to get a quote on some health insurance and this and that. And as soon as I filled out that stuff, or it could have been my wife, I don't know which one. We'll just say it's me, just to be on the safe side. As soon as I filled that stuff out, like 15 minutes later, I bet you I got 40 calls. It's like putting a free trampoline on Marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. The calls were crazy,
Yeah.
like nonstop, and I started getting a little pissed. I'm like, look, take me off the call, and I was like, well, hold on a second. How can I turn this into a positive, right?
Yeah.
Instead of getting mad, let me turn this in. Let me use you to benefit me and make people laugh, so I don't have to see like COVID stuff on Facebook or whatever. I'm like, let me just do this. Let me mess with you a little bit. So yeah, that's how it all started.
They deserve it. As much as they bug us, they deserve every bit of it.
Oh yeah,
dude. I have them hang up on me. I had, the last one. You have to watch it or whatever. I don't want to say it, but
Yeah.
they said they couldn't help me because I started spouting out some stuff at the end, and it was all PG-13.
Yeah.
And
All
they
your
just
stuff's
hung up.
clean.
Yeah, I keep it clean.
Yeah.
Keep it clean. So.
You're a clean, funny guy. You know what I mean?
I try to be. I try to be. For the kids.
Yeah, that's
And
right. It's all for the kids
and the elders.
and the elders. What's the other question we had, Chris?
Clay wants to know what was your favorite thing from iCast this year. Any game changers?
From this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Virtual iCast.
virtual iCast.
Yeah.
I-
The new quiver colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only iCast I really looked at. No,
I'll be honest with you. While you're thinking, to be honest with you, I didn't even
Go
keep
ahead.
up with it this year. Like,
Yeah.
it was so disappointing not being able to go, and there wasn't even anything coming out that was like they were advertising that was going to be big this year. You know what I mean? Like, you had Motor Guide with their XI3 for the kayak stuff. You had Missile Baits come out with their new colors.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, other than that,
Well, Lou's has got like the new KVD bait cast and spinning reels, which is kind of cool, and they're priced really good.
Mhm.
I don't know what else I seen that was. I know there is something that I seen that was like, oh yeah, that's killer. But iCast, which I love going, and just to kind of like the showcase that everybody puts their baits in, and it's like best of show and blah blah blah. I really don't get into that because I just don't. As far as like the baits, because it's kind of gimmicky. Like the rods and the reels, they're usually dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually dialed in pretty good. But like the baits, it's like a blue crab one best of show, or the duck, or the flying
spider
frog. The spider. The spider was actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
it does look
talking
cool.
to Luke Duncan, he was like, "Man, those hooks on that thing maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind." But but it's like the gimmicky stuff always wins, And most of the time it's like, like bathtub toys.
Yeah.
It's like all you gotta do is create a bathtub toy and put treble hooks on it, and you'll win best of show at iCast.
Yeah, the rubber ducky.
Rubber. Yeah, exactly. The duck won at one time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I've never gotten to the whole best of show thing either. It always seemed, and people can correct me on this if I'm wrong. It always seemed
Political.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very political, very rigged on some of it. There was some things that I seen. I'm like, really? Like this right here is 10 times more functional than this right here, but yet this one. How did that happen? So, I try not to even pay no attention to it. I don't even go in there when we go and do the whole voting thing. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't even do it. Like, I mean, I know we got sponsors that want you to do it, but I'm like, just, I just don't even, I'm like, whatever. So, but no, but I mean, you had Minn Kota that was coming out with the power pole kind of deal. You know what I mean? Look just like the power pole. So, I don't know. There just wasn't a lot that was out there that seemed wow to me this year.
Yeah. And I get it. I mean, there's no, people don't want to, I mean, that's what YouTube's for. I mean, they can go on there and Tackle Warehouse and you guys and, Bass East or Bass 365 and Advanced, like they all post that stuff. Tackle Tour, they post that stuff, which you can see. So it's better to kind of be there to where you can actually look at it and, pick it up or, and like last year, dude, last year, the Ghost, the Lowrance Ghost, that's when all the trolling motors come out.
Yep.
You know, it's like it was like Trolling Motor Wars 2019.
Yeah.
You know, because Lowrance had one and Garmin had one, and what was the other one that
Motor Guide had their brushless
Motor
motor.
Guide had the
So
and the Ghost was really cool. I actually went out with that guy Lucas Stewart, I think. But I actually went out, and that was like one of my first Dude Let's Fish videos. Was I went out with him, and you know, he was explaining the trolling motor, because there was that pond right in front of ICAT, or right behind the convention center, or in front of the convention center, or whatever. That was kind of cool. That was probably my favorite iCast was last year.
Yeah, I think that one was pretty good. It was like it's like every year there's like some kind of battle. Whether several years ago it was the coolers, and then your kayaks are starting to get more and more into it. Then it's just like something new. It's like it's always like the main battle for the year or something. I don't know.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's right. And it's, you know, it's like Fat Cat always says, you know, he hates, and I actually wrote a song or a riff, you know, because I write my own music for like Dude Let's Fish, you know, and I'll get in there and come up with like riffs. I don't call them songs. They're like riffs, like a minute and 50-second riffs. And, you know, I'll go in and I'll record everything and then mix it down and put it in my videos. And I just started doing that like halfway through. You know, I was like, well, you know, I can do it, so why not do it? Instead of getting stock music, I'll just make my own. But I did a song. It might have been the last song I did, and I called it Game Changer. And, you know, like Fat Cat always makes fun of. He's like, oh, this new color we got, you know, it's a game changer, you know, and it like goes all over him. So the song that I did, or the riff that I did for the last video before, I called it Game Changer.
Yeah.
You know, I tagged him in it. And, you know, that was for Fat Cat.
Yeah.
Game Changer. His favorite word.
Dude, I ain't heard nothing out of him in a while. Like, he did this stuff for the Cash. And I seen where Cash.
He's made a couple new TikToks.
Did he?
He's got a new music video out too.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to check that out. I ain't seen that yet.
Dude, he's one of my favorites.
I love Fat Cat, dude.
Yeah, just because he don't care, and he's hilarious.
And he's always like that. Like, I mean, we'll be back behind stage at the Classic because he's doing his videos.
Oh, yeah.
And he's really a nice guy. Like, he's genuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
he is.
He's a really great guy. And he's clean, too. You know what I mean? That's what I like about his stuff, too.
No, he bathes like once a week, and, you know.
Yeah.
But he's...
No, I'm talking about... Talking about his videos clean.
Oh, yeah, that clean, too, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he is. He can... He's definitely he's just a good all-around guy that you can, you know, go fishing with, you can talk to, and it's pretty much like when you see what you see like on camera and videos and stuff like that, that's exactly how he is in real life.
Yeah.
You know, just funny. Like Bill Dance. You know, I remember the first time I met Bill Dance and I shot video with him, what you see on all these videos and stuff like that, that's who he really is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he makes his own bloopers. Like, we was doing something for Gamakatsu, and it took, you know, 5 or 6 takes because he didn't know what the name of he kept, you know, he was like, all right, right here, we got the Gamakatsu, 4-aught, skip gap, flop flap, hook. No, that ain't right. Hold on, start over. Yeah, and that's, but that's real. That's the way, just like Swindle. Yeah. So you see what you see on video, you meet him, that's exactly who he is.
Exactly.
You know, that's and you know, John and, you know, Chad Morgan-Taylor's the same way. You know, they're all, you know, not all of them. Not all of them, but the good ones are, you know, that's what you see is what you get. Yeah. Yep.
We got 3 questions, Chris.
Yeah. CD.
Wow.
CD wants to know what you're looking at on average to get into one of those custom built Jon Boats, no electronics.
What, like, looking on average, like, as far as how much money I got in it?
Or does he want one
I think he wants you to build him one.
No. He don't want me to build him one. He'll be...
Everything's going to be 3 marks off.
Yeah. How much time does he have?
I guess he's just trying to figure out
it really
what.
didn't take me that long to build it, but he doesn't want me
I
to
guess
build
figuring
one.
out what you got in it, basically, without
you know,
electronics.
Yeah, I mean, the Jon Boat I got in Roxborough for $900, which was a deal. You got to look for the deals.
Yeah.
And I found it on Marketplace, but I was looking pretty good. The like I said, it's a Lumacraft 1648, perfect size. Like I said, I got it in Roxborough for $900, and the trailer is worth $900. That's what makes you feel good about getting one, and just like yes, yes, I turn around and sell it for $2,000 easy, without doing anything to it. So anyway, Jon Boat was $900. The I had to get new tires and like new wheels and tires. That was $200, and I got those at recstuff.com, recstuff.com. I'm not sponsored by them, not a plug. They just got really good prices on some sweet ass looking rims and tires. Probably, I don't know, I've probably got $100 in plyboard. I think the plyboard was, when I was getting it, it was right at 16 to 20 bucks a sheet. So I probably got $100 in plyboard, maybe max. And the 2x4s that I've got up underneath, because I didn't do aluminum. Because Brian, have you seen Brian the Carpenter's?
Yeah.
You've seen dude, he's a freak.
Yeah. He does some good work.
He does crazy good work, but he's a carpenter.
Yeah.
And he was like, you ought to do it in aluminum. I'm like, bro, there's no way I could do it. It will make it lighter. But anyway, probably $100. So it's probably $1,000 total. Jon Boat, plyboard. The carpet was, I'll say I got $75 in carpet. It's $5 a square foot at Lowe's, just regular outdoor carpet. So what's that? $1,075.
Yeah.
And like the insulation, like the, what do you call it? The TR20 or
the matting stuff.
The what?
That sheet stuff. The roll or whatever whatever that stuff is.
Yeah. The Pink Panther stuff, or that was, that was minimal. I don't know, probably I'll say $30 in that.
So let's say just on a let's just say 2,000. No, you got more than that, because what'd you say you paid for the trailer?
No, I didn't. No, the Jon Boat and the trailer was $900.
So okay. So let's just say close to, without electronics and everything, you got about $2,000, and not your motor.
No, I don't even think I got $2,000 in it without all that. I think y'all got the video working yet?
Nah, so it don't matter.
Okay.
It don't matter about lighting.
No, I was just picking my nose. I don't want nobody to see me.
Oh,
but,
okay. I got you.
Yeah, but with the wood and the carpet, and just like, and I bought the trolling motor for $100, and it was pretty much a brand new 46 pound Minn Kota. That was $100. But as far as like Jon Boat goes, like with the wood and the carpet and just getting it decked out, ready to go, I would say $1,200 at the most.
Wow.
We'll go $1,300, because those screws ain't cheap.
No. Carpet ain't the cheapest either, but it ain't bad.
No, it was, that was I'm pretty sure that was $5 a square foot when I was buying it. So the carpet, like I said, maybe $75-$100 in that. So I'll say I got $1,300 in it without the electronics and the trolling motor and the Mercury.
Yeah. You got. And that's kind of pushing to our next topic with that. You've been kayak fishing. You took your buddy's Bonafide. Oh, we got two questions first. Let me get these questions.
Two more questions here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Dude,
Kevin wants to
Ask me
know,
anything.
getting late into summer, early fall, up here. What would you recommend throwing in plastic worm that Missile Baits offers? Looking to try your product fishing from a kayak.
You're fishing a river?
He didn't say. He just said up here. He's from Illinois, I believe.
Oh,
Okay.
He didn't say river or lake.
So
He
let's
just
say drop shotting and Texas rigging. We're just gonna go here, and then if he comments more, then we'll go from there. Let's just say drop shotting and Texas rigging.
Okay, drop shotting and Texas rigging. I would say those quivers are total just
they're
fire.
beast.
You know, and I don't care if you drop shot the 4.5 or the 6. They're both like killer.
Yeah.
Whether you're drop shotting or like Nico rigging, like Nico rig was a deal that I picked up. I didn't know nothing about until the quiver came out, and then I started fishing it a lot, and I was catching fish on it, and it's pretty much like throwing a Cinco. But you know, we even make the Nico weights now that you put in them, so you can. And it's like we got 1/32, 1/16, and I always go with the lightest, just because I'm not going to put a 1/4 ounce Nico weight in fish brush, whatever.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, dude, like if it's in the fall, I don't know what they do up in Illinois if they're going shallow, or if they're going shallow, I would definitely Nico rig the quiver, both sizes. And flip a crawfather around. Like I really like the crawfathers, and just Texas rigging them, 3/0 flipping hook. However deep, I don't know if they got grass up there, or, if they're just pitching on riprap,
Yeah.
Um,
And you can't go wrong with a baby destroyer ever.
You can't go wrong with a baby destroyer on a wobblehead.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I've got one tied on, and it's been tied on for, ever since, after the, post spawn and on. I've had that baby destroyer tied on like a 5/16 ounce wobblehead that I pour. And those things are crazy, man. The baby destroyers, and even like I guess you'd Carolina rig in the fall too. Fall time, I always think of like topwater and square bills, and sometimes like down here in the fall, sometimes they're still in the brush because our weather is so messed up. You can still catch fish in the brush.
Yep. And fall is junk fishing for me. Like I got 20 daggone rods on the boat. You know what I mean? Like it's everything.
Yeah. I mean, dude, to answer your question, I would go with any of the quivers, or I don't know. I'm just on the Ned bomb.
Yeah.
The Ned bomb. The Ned bomb. I'd skip docks with the Ned bomb. Skip docks with the quiver. Nico rig it. Nico rig it, and
the Nico rig. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
No. I'm just saying, like the lightest weights, the better. I think, just because we're all used to fishing Cincos around docks, and skipping it. The Yamamoto baits has got the salt where they'll fall, and the Nico or the quivers they'll float. I mean, they'll float. They will not sink.
Yeah.
And, I figured that out to where it was like I was skipping docks, and my line just laid on top of the water. I was like, what the hell's going on? And I twisted it, and there it was, just sitting there floating. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'd stuff we make those Nico weights now, and 1/32, 1/16. And that's my weight. And we got 2 other sizes too, but that's the ones I always stick with, just because it just gives it that right fall.
Yeah, the Nico has taken over the shaky head for me. To be honest with you, I don't throw a shaky head. I fished with Mark Daniels at the Classic at Hartwell. I didn't say I fished with him. I marshaled, and
you just said you fished with him.
Yes, I did say that, but I didn't mean that.
I'm gonna add him in on the Skype and be like, Josh said he fished with you.
I marshaled with Mark Daniels on at the Bassmasters Classic.
Mark's the man.
Yes.
Mark's like one of the coolest.
Dude,
Love that dude.
And to watch him throwing a Nico, I'm like watching him do this thing, and he's catching them just fish left and right. And that's when the Garmin Panoptics first came out before they went to the live scope.
Right.
And
right.
I'm like, he's showing me, like, he's like, look at that stump over, watch, there's a fish over, and he throws the Nico rig and catches one. I'm like, that's insane. Like, that's when I knew I had to have Garmin. But I come back, and, you know, you come back to Virginia, and it's still snowing and 30 degrees or whatever. I don't know. It's always during March. So, but anyways, I went out in a kayak and started throwing around the state park and caught so many fish off a Nico rig, you know? And
like around those stumps and them laydowns and stuff.
Yeah, it's a really, really good bait. But, Chris, you say we got, how many more questions we got?
Yeah, we got 3.
All right.
Yes.
Chris wants to know your opinion on using line conditioner, and do you really think it makes a difference?
I do, especially if you have, dude, I still have the Vicious line conditioner that John gave me probably 6 years ago, and I still use it. And you know, Iconelli's got a good video on how to apply it.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't just spray it on there and then cast.
Yeah.
Like you need to do that before you actually, like the night before. And, or like if you're spooling up, like I know Iconelli will spray the line conditioner on his rag and then run his line through the rag as he's spooling his reel.
Yeah.
You know, if you're spooling line, that's the way to do it, because that'll go ahead and treat that line to where it won't get so, what do you call it? The memory in it will just coil up. It'll, you know, but yeah, no, dude, especially like on older line, if you're, you know, monofilament and whatever, I'll spray the spools, and, you know, I'll sit there and hit the button and let the bait fall, and I'll reel up, spray, reel up, and spray the spool. That way you get a good coating on most of the line that's on there. But no, I do believe in that line conditioner. I think it's not going to like keep you from backlashing or keep your spinning reel from it really helps your spinning reel if you still throw, you know, if you're just spooling up 8-pound fluorocarbon on the whole spool of your spinning reel, I think it'll help with line twists or whatever. But sometimes that's just there's nothing that can help that. Well, hopefully you're using braid and you have a fluorocarbon leader.
Yeah. Well,
but you know they use it for braid too.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Casting wise, it helps that braid come off and fluorocarbon come off easier. I mean, it does really well casting.
Slick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, kind of shameless plug here. We do have Real Snot line conditioner on oneobjectivebf.com.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Shameless plug, but you can go on there.
Well, I wonder if y'all could send me some of that.
We might
That'd
be
be
able to hook
awesome.
You up. We might be able to hook you up a little bit. We know a guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So, but anyways, what we got? We got another question,
Got
Chris?
2 more.
Oh man,
CD wants to know who wrapped your boat.
The Print Path in Hickory, North Carolina. Kevin, I always forget his last name. Kevin comes up and wraps John's boat, and he wraps like Ed's boat. He wraps a lot of. We've had a lot of people come to the missile office and get their boats wrapped. I mean, like my buddy Casey. You know Casey Mays, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this was like when we was at the old office, like Kevin come up and wrapped his boat, you know, and, you know, he just, you know, Casey owns his own heating and air conditioning, and, you know, I designed his wrap and put his logo on there, and he wanted to wrap. So we, you know, he come up and wrapped it, and, you know, but he does a phenomenal job. And it was crazy because my buddy Ryan had a buddy that was coming up to get his boat wrapped the next day, and Kevin emailed me because I asked for a quote like 2 weeks before that, and he's like, "Hey, sorry man, I didn't get back to you, been busy." Blah, blah. I'm like, "No, that's cool, you know, whatever." And he said, "You know, here's your quote for your Jon Boat and this and that." And I said, "All right, well, you're coming up tomorrow." I was like, "How fast can I send you a design?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you can get it to me for lunch." So like 45 minutes later, I went ahead and designed the wrap for my Jon Boat and sent it to him. I was like, "There you go.
Yeah.
Bring it." He's like, "Yep, we'll print it and we'll wrap it." So Dude,
Nice.
I was like all giddy
Yeah.
when he did that, and just to have a Jon Boat wrap, it was. I was like, hell with it, why not?
Do you get a lot of people when you're fishing, like saying, I know me and Chris went out fishing one time and I had my kayak wrapped, and how many people stop and like want to talk to you, like while you're trying to fish.
Yes. I'm telling you, man, it is the best investment for advertising that you could put into, like, if you have your own business, or something like, if you're doing like, you're wrapping a boat and you're putting sponsors on there that, whatever, because you can put anybody you want to on there if you're one of those guys, but which is cool. I mean, you can, it's cool.
Yeah.
But if you like me, I'm trying to build this Dude Let's Fish thing up, and I work for Missile Bait, so of course Missile, and then I've got like a Sunline deal and Denali and Spro, Gamakatsu, Lose, this and that. I mean, it's real stuff. So I'm gonna put it on there, and it's just crazy the amount of attention you get, even with the Jon Boat.
Yeah.
And people that know are like, dude, that Jon Boat is just wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I appreciate, it makes you feel, and you'll start getting messages, be like, hey man, I seen you down at the Manita ramp, and, I waved at you. I didn't want to bother you, but, I was going to ask you a couple questions, but your wrap looks good. And I was like, all right. And, you got to be nice. It's like, dude, next time just flag me down. I'll let you check it out, whatever. And, I think it's one of the best investments as far as advertising that you can do to really get your stuff going.
Yeah.
If you have something that you're trying to build, and, and like for your sponsors too, that you have, I think that's like one of the best. I'm not a jersey guy. Like, I don't wear jerseys. I won't wear a jersey. I don't, if I fish the elites, I'll wear a jersey.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. For each its own, I guess, but that's just me. I just don't like I was kind of, I don't know. Should I get it wrapped? Yeah, I should. Yeah. But, I designed it. I mean, it's all my own stuff, and, it's a little different, but I honestly think it's the best investment that somebody could do if they were trying to advertise themselves.
Yeah, build your brand.
Like One Objective. If you had some Jon Boats or like you say, your kayaks, dude, that's the best. I think that's the best advertisement you could do for the price.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure.
Even like on the water. But most importantly, when you are trailering it to go fish.
Yep. That's where you get it at.
Really, yeah. Yeah, because you'll have people pull up next to you and be like, man, that Jon Boat looks good. Are you a pro? I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a pro.
I got a YouTube channel.
I got a YouTube channel. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm like really happy with the wrap and the way it's turned out, and the way that, just some of the feedback I've got from it, and some of the messages, and but once you get a wrap, you have to be on your A game. You can't be out there like pooping off the side of the boat, or like, you know what I mean? Just
you can't be doing on stupid.
Yeah, because that's you. They know that's you.
Yeah.
And thank God I don't have to call in sick, at Missile Baits to go fishing. I'd just be like, hey, look, I'm going to go hit the lake tomorrow, but I got to shoot some video. All right, it's cool. Because if I was to call and be like, hey, John, get throats, I got diarrhea or whatever. And then somebody takes a pic and be like, hey, seen you at the lake, dude, let's fish, tag you, blah, 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 because he followed me.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Why'd you lie to me?
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know. That's from the other day.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. I'm glad they found my boat because somebody stole it. And I'm glad that they posted that guy. Look at him.
Yeah. What a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else? We got another question, Chris?
Yeah, two more. Jillian wants to know whopper popper or buzzbait.
Ooh.
Well, if you ain't throwing a whopper plopper on the river, I'm gonna tell you that right now, Shannon. You ain't fishing the river right. But
Yeah, that's what you told me. That's
You
what
living
you
your
told
life
me.
right.
huh?
You ain't living your life right.
No.
Oof. That's good. Yeah, I'm not, I think I'm going to go with I'm going to go with a whopper plopper.
Yeah. Except on
Period.
Smith. I can't catch them on Smith on a whopper plopper.
Really?
I cannot. Don't know what it is. No, I'm sorry. I take it back. I've caught one fish on a whopper plopper on Smith. But I can go to Bugs Island. I can catch them on a whopper plopper. I can go to, well, that's pretty much all I have tied on.
Dude, I was catching them on Clater on a whopper plopper.
Yeah.
And they absolutely destroy that bait. They destroy it.
Is it the smallmouth or the largemouth too at Clater?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. They want to. I mean, I've caught them at Smith on them too.
Yeah. I'm glad you have.
Like early morning stuff.
Yeah. I love them on the river.
Especially like during the shad spawn. I haven't done like the river yet. I remember you telling me about that, and I was like, damn, man. Because I got like, the both sizes or whatever, but
yeah.
I like a buzzbait too, man. I don't know. Dude, I like a buzzbait. I like Swindle's buzzbait setup because he doesn't have a skirt, and he just puts like he'll put like one of the Zoom I don't know, it's kind of like a creature bait on it, and that's what he throws on like his buzz baits.
Oh,
no skirt, and he tightens down that crimp or whatever, and he's got a bunch of tricks. That we gotta do a buzz bait video for him.
Yeah,
because he's a buzz bait throwing fool. I mean, but I always put like a baby D-bomb on it, and throw it out there with no skirt. I don't really have a good buzz bait that I like throwing. I'm going to go with the whopper plopper.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right.
I don't know if
buzz bait wise, the best buzz baits I've ever. I mean, now granted, I've had some other ones. What's those hog collars or the one that Jacob Wheeler and Roland Martin and all of them advertise? It's got a titanium blade. It does really good. It's got a good sound to it. But the best buzz bait I've ever thrown and caught a lot of fish on, especially bugs, is ones I've bought off of Barlow's and put the blades on. They're already molded. Put the blades on, put your own skirt on. I'll sit there and go down the road in a Tahoe or car or whatever and just kind of hang them out the window for a while,
Yeah.
Let them get that squeak in.
Yeah.
And then people look at you funny when you go down the road because you got a buzz bait hanging out the window. Yeah. and dude,
hey, you know what you could do is put it on your antenna. You know how people have all those little stupid smiley faces or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a buzz bait on there just to.
That's what I'm saying.
Just to like weather it,
Yeah, or put it like how they got the deer whistles on the front. You could do something like that on the front of your car.
Oh, there you go.
So, but yeah,
there you go.
What's the other question we got, Chris?
Logan wants to know what employee would Shannon pick from Missile Baits to help him build another boat?
Probably Logan and Noah.
That's right. Is Noah full time now?
Yeah. Yep.
Is he done? Is he done football? I mean, are they done with all that or?
No, I don't think. Go look in the refrigerator in that little bag.
Okay. What am I looking for?
All right.
My snuff.
Oh. Okay.
Dip responsibly, kids.
Yeah.
No, I don't. He's going to Bridgewater now, and he's still playing ball. The colleges are just so messed up with like the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what their deal is on what they're doing, but I know he's still doing it. And dude, Noah's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, I already did. I talked about you going to Radford.
What did you say?
I said all kinds of good stuff about it. But go get on your laptop, your brand new MacBook Air, and look up One Objective. Go do it. Tell your friends about it too.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best podcast shows out there. Just saying.
Whatever. I think it's but no, Noah is, dude. He was like the fastest. He was the fastest kid. I don't want to call him a kid because he's in Virginia.
Yeah. Well, he's like a freaking cheetah. He's a cheetah. He got some kind of award too he played for Salem,
yeah.
And he got some
state
kind
champion.
Yeah.
And he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback, and he smokes everybody.
Yeah.
See, Big Daddy, but like nobody could catch him. It's like he was the fastest, just the fastest player in Virginia. Him and the kid from Blacksburg. He was really fast too. He was a track guy, but yeah, Noah's a beast and just a good dude and laid back, and me and him actually did a Jon Boat build. Well, he did it. It was my Jon Boat. I was like, look, you build it, we'll split it.
Yeah.
And it was a 1436 that I bought. It was the first Jon Boat I bought, and figured out it was a little too narrow, and this and that. And I bought like a Mercury 5 horsepower Force, and it did pretty good. I actually had the Force on my 1648. It actually pushed this big boat pretty good, but we done a build on, or he actually built it and sold it, and but yeah, probably Logan and Noah.
So Noah
and
go ahead.
No, go.
No, what was you saying? I was letting you finish your answer there.
No, I'm just saying, like, Noah's built a few and sold them. Noah had like a really kick-ass track. I think it was a tracker, and dude, that boat was huge. I think it was the same size as mine, but for some reason it looked like really big.
Yeah. Which he just, by the way, just bought one. He just got a new boat.
Who did?
Noah.
Oh yeah. You got that tracker.
Yeah.
That's a bad freaking boat. And they took the dual console out.
Uh-huh.
Which now it looks even
bigger.
Yeah. It looks way better because it was dual console. He got a heck of a deal on that boat too. That boat is so clean. Just the trailer, the boat, everything about it is just, and it's the perfect boat.
Yeah.
Especially for your first boat. I mean, he actually sent me a text about 3 or 4 hours ago. He's like, hey man, I'm down here at Hardy. You want to come out here and catfish? I was like, damn. I got my in-laws up here and had to smoke some beer butt chicken and taters and stuff. So I had to pass.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you on that one. So, I mean, I wonder if will he start be joining the Tuesday nighters and Friday nighters?
Well, dude, him and Logan fished a couple already.
Yeah.
I don't think they fished out of Noah's boat. Maybe they did. I know that Logan's got I think he's got a tracker too, with a 60 or something. But I know they've been at it fishing. They've caught some fish. They had a freaking chunker the other week.
Yeah, me and James had a good time when we fished a Tuesday nighter together. It's been a long time since we fished a Tuesday nighter, and I love.
Yeah, they're fun, and I like it because they're so quick. It's like you really got to get on them quick, and well, I mean 3 fish limit, but still, it's Smith Mountain Lake. You gonna catch them or you might
you don't
not.
Yeah, and I always need an extra hour. If I could just have that 1 extra hour, that's what gets me. And I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah, because when it gets dark, it's like they stop eating that crankbait.
Yeah.
But I think when their eyes get adjusted, the hour after it's like completely dark, they'll start eating it again. Because I love throwing cranks.
Well, me and Dad went up there the last Sunday and couldn't get I couldn't get a bite. Could not get nothing going. Dad catches a nice smallmouth, 2-3 pounder, something like that. And then it got dark and I got to flipping a little crawl bait around.
Yeah.
And just flat out hammering, which I loved it because, I don't get to fish with Dad a whole lot. And Dad's bragging. He's like, how many fish have I caught? You ain't caught nothing yet, have you? I'm like, just wait, old man. It's
right.
it's about to get dark. And then, I don't know how many nice fish we caught. But then I'm like, man, we could have probably competed if they had a tournament night. But then you start looking and you're like, man, 16 pounds with 3 fish now. What the heck is this all about? There's no way. I couldn't compete with that. So,
hey, can you hear that?
Yeah. What is
you
that?
Hear them coyotes?
That's what I was asking. Is the coyotes out there hollering?
Yeah. Yep.
But Chris, we got one more question that I want to cover one topic, and then we'll let you go because I know it's getting late.
Yeah.
So
Mike Well wants to know: have you put the Jon Boat in a pond yet, like the one on Goodview Road?
No, I haven't, and that's a sore subject for me. That yeah, dude, I've been after this guy to fish this pond, and you know where Mormons is.
Yeah.
So if you're listening out there in Radio Land or whatever, on the Roanoke side of Smith Mountain Lake is the river side. It goes up, it's where the river comes in. But anyway, there's a place called Mormons, and if you watch any of my videos, I've got some shots of where I'm putting in at Mormons, and I put my $2 in and it's decent. It's when it's good up there, it's like really good. But when it's not, absolutely not. But I pass this pond every time I go put in at Mormons. It's on the left, and it's probably 8-acre pond. I mean, it's a good sized pond, and it has a boat ramp, right?
Oh, wow.
And it's just a great look. It's like one of those ponds. It's like you want to stop and pull off on the side of the road and just kind of sneak down and throw like a buzz bait or a pawpaw or something. Just, see ya. Thank you. And, in-laws are leaving. And just see if you get a bite and then run back up a hill and get in your truck and leave. But this pond, like I said, it's got a boat ramp and it's laydowns and it's, so I contacted the guy that owns the pond. All right. I was like, and we got mutual friends, me and a guy that I play music with sometimes is friends with the guy's dad that owns this pond. So I was like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Now you got that pond in there. He's like, oh, hey Shannon, how's it going? I was like, oh, good. Pretty good. He's like, hey, I think we're kin. I was like, oh yeah. All right, yeah, we are. He's like, so-and-so Wheeler and this Wheeler. I'm like, yeah. It's like, that's cool, man. He's like, yeah. It's like, hey, you think I could, because, if you got kids or, like I got two
use an excuse.
Now, oh, yeah, dude, that's how you get in.
Yeah.
It's like a fake ID. That's how you get into, like, these killer ponds.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you mind if, most time I don't know, it's like, oh, you're a big fisherman. No, you mind if I bring my daughters down there to fish? We really don't let nobody fish down there, but, I was like, well, I got a YouTube channel and I'm trying to build it up and I'd love to come down there and just kind of have something different, have something, my girls catching fish. People love my girls catching fish, TikTok, whatever, 1.6 million views. But anyway, is that cool? It's like, well, send me a link. I'd like to check it out. So I'll send him a link to my YouTube page. I had like 500 some followers, whatever. I sent him a link and he's like, oh man, that's really neat. I was like, yeah, cool. Not hear nothing from him. So it was like a Friday later, that Friday later in the week, I was like, hey dude, you mind if I bring my girls down there Sunday and, we can fish? Well, like I said, we don't let nobody fish here. I was like, oh, all right. But, okay. And it was nothing. So then, like last month, I sent him a message. I was like, because my buddy Jody plays guitar.
Yeah.
And I was just being a smart ass. I was like, hey, if you let me come fish your pond, I will get Jody to sign an autograph, a lure, straight from me, and give it to you if you let me fish. And I'll give you $50. And then you know how you can tell when somebody sees what you send?
And then, they don't reply.
They don't reply.
Yeah.
He never replied. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I might try again in a month. I might I don't know what, I'll think of something creative to do, but yeah.
Yeah, you got to come up with something. You got to top each one.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that like really chaps my freaking ass. Every time I go to put in at this boat ramp, it's like 5 or 6 people down there fishing. All right, it's like one time I went down there, people had canopies set up like easy ups, had their cars out there, and they got bobbers and this and I'm like, dude, like I don't even keep fish.
Yeah.
I don't eat bass. Who eats bass?
Yeah.
I mean, I know
People ain't living right
out there. Yeah, I mean, there's people out there to eat them, but that's the ones that's like. But anyway, nobody eats bass. I used to didn't eat fish at all, until I had a buddy of mine, Brent. He cooked some striper. I was like, damn, that's really good.
Yeah,
but it's different, like when you cook it yourself or whatever. But like I was telling him everything. I'm like, dude, we don't like trash nothing. Like we don't throw blow pop wrappers down, or we're not gonna.
We clean up our mess.
Smoke.
Everybody else's
we're not
mess.
gonna be smoking meth or anything like that. We're not gonna like set up. And my buddy's like, oh yeah, I fish there all the time. I'm like, how in the hell do you fish there? He's like, dude, we took our boat and put it in there, and we seen a vehicle that sunk because one side of the pond's like 15 to 18 foot of water.
Yeah.
He said there's a vehicle down there, and I asked the guy what it was, and it's an old Volkswagen.
With a body in it?
I was like, how did you, yeah, with two bodies. I'm like, how do you fish? How are you even doing that? Like, he won't even answer me back. And I'm sitting, I've got like mason jars with pictures of my girls on there saying donate for fishing. And he won't even do it.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be kin.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that get you.
Oh, hey, Shannon, I think we're cousins.
Yeah.
Hell yes. I'm definitely in now. No.
Christmas card. You got to give them a Christmas card now with the family picture.
Yeah. Oh, I will. I'll give him a Christmas card.
And a Missile Bates gift card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Dude, I even told him, I'm like, let's go. Like you meet me down there and we'll go. Like I'll give you baits or whatever.
That doesn't mean nothing to him.
Crickets. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I just gave up. I was like, whatever, man.
You can't give up, man. You got to be persistent. You just got to step your game up.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to think of something else. Or you know what I might do is just go down there and fish.
That's what I would do. And be like, oh, man. Oh,
Like
sorry. I thought you said we could.
You never told me no, so I just figured we'd just come on down.
Yeah.
No, you sent me a message saying, come anytime you want to. You're more than welcome. Bring your girls.
Yeah.
And I could Photoshop that. I mean, it's kind of, kind of a graphic designer a little bit, so I can I'm like, here, look, see?
Yeah.
Did your account get hacked?
Yeah, that's weird.
Damn, dude. Look, check out this 6 and 7 pounder I caught. Look, I got him in the live well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
But,
I never get that. I never get people. I mean, I kind of do, but it's like if you talk to somebody and it's like, hey, you mind if I fish your pond? Most people are going to slam the door, but look, just look.
Yeah.
I mean, show up, and be respectful and this and that. And I mean, dude, I was talking about the meth. I'm not lying. A buddy of mine, Jeff Ford, that lives down the road here, he's got a 12-acre pond.
Yeah.
Half of it looks like Briary Creek. All right, Briary Creek is nothing but standing timber and just black bass.
Yeah.
Giants. All right. And like the backside of this pond looks like Briary Creek. And it's got grass and it's got laydowns and it's got this and that. It's a great pond. And he lets me fish it. But he had a trailer that was sitting up on the hill beside it that was abandoned. It used to be like his I don't know, somebody's trailer, whatever. But they started finding like, meth pipes and this and that. And he's like, yeah. I was like, are you serious? And this is like out in the country.
Yeah.
Jeff Ford.
Can you hear them?
Yeah, I can hear him. But he was like, yeah, dude, there's like meth pipes in there and this and that. I was like, God dang, man, we're like dead nuts in the country.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, that's where that came from.
Well, shoot, let's get into our next topic before we get too off the wall here, because it's easy to do.
Well, we will.
Yeah. So
I didn't take my Ritalin, so anything goes. Yeah.
Wait, anything goes. You're fine.
Is that what they call it now, Ritalin?
I don't know what they even call it. Catnip. It's focus
You
medicine.
got the video working now?
No, heck no.
It's something that's going to have to be done off stream. I'd probably kill the stream if I tried to fix it now.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't do that. We'll get you back on for a video time so people can see who the real Shannon Wheeler is. We got your picture scrolling through, though. We got your boat.
Yeah, all you got to do is, just go to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Dude, Let's Fish.
That's
Bam!
right. Go check them out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
TikTok.
Hey. Can you, seriously?
What, they got fighting? What, are they going? You got your daughters fighting now?
Yeah, they're girls, man.
Oh, they're just screaming. And
it's like boys. Yeah, you got 2 boys, right?
No,
you got a boy and a girl.
Yeah, I got a boy and a girl. They fight like 2 boys. But
yeah, well, it's still different. Like, you got 2 girls, like, girls scream. Boys yell.
Yeah.
Girls scream.
Yep. Yeah, mine does.
And mine are like 15 and 18, and they still scream. I told them, I was like, look, you keep doing this, I'm going to get you checked for Tourette's. Because they just, it makes me want to, I almost pass out. They scream so loud sometimes, I just fall down on the floor and pass out.
It's like when you go on a road trip, and my daughter will sit there and her and Matthew be playing, either getting mad or they're playing, and she'll let out this shrill squeal. And it takes all you have not to just take the car and throw it over in a ditch real hard and roll it down your field. You know what I mean? Like, I love them to death. That's why I don't do it. You know?
Yeah, I know. But they have their seatbelts on, or whatever. Like, that's when you take your seatbelt off, and then you like cut it.
Yeah. I mean, you're just like, oh God, I could just so roll this through the field right now if y'all keep on. But
yeah.
But anyway,
Jesus, take a wheel. That's what you do. You're like, Jesus, take a wheel.
Yeah.
And hands up, just jump out.
Oh man, I love my family.
Anyway,
love you guys.
Yeah, I do too.
I would never do that to you. But let's kind of get into, this is a topic that comes up. I don't know if you've seen any of our videos. Me and James, we rig out kayaks. That's what we do. Making motor mounts and all that. And I even see it just not on our stuff. Guys with Hobies, guys with other bona fides, they'll rig it out, and they're like, you got the one dude comes on and he's like, well, gosh dang, you should have just bought a bass boat.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, you're not getting the experience of the kayaking side. But
right.
And some of these guys, like a bona fide's $1,500 or $1,600. And then, you add a graph and, like we got the Panoptics and, granted, you got a couple $1,000 in electronics.
Yeah.
But you're still trying to take that bass boat side of things and put it in your kayak and still have that challenge. Kayaking to me is like comparing rifle and bow hunting. Like a rifle, you can reach on out there and you can get them 300.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good metaphor.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is to me. It's a little more challenging in trying to figure it out and where the fish are at and this and that. So but you always get that comment. Now, Shannon, you have bought boats. You've had a couple bass boats, right? You had your Ranger and all that. And when it comes to buying a boat, what are you looking at? Let's say here in Virginia, because every state's different.
Okay.
But
right.
What are you looking at to find a good used boat? Let's say $5,000, because that's probably what you got wrapped up in your average kayak electronics and. Let's say a bona fide anyways. I don't know about a Hobie. But say $5,000. What kind of boat are you looking at that you're going to be getting for $5,000? Is there a chance you could get a good boat?
There's a couple different there's a couple different ways to look at it as far as like buying a used boat. Am I buying it to flip or am I buying it to fish or both? Like, what I've done is I've usually bought boats to fish out of and then flip and then buy another one and then flip it, fish out of it and then flip it, whatever. In Virginia, you can't really go wrong with a Ranger. Just because, dude, you look on any, Craigslist, Marketplace, 1982 Ranger. The key is to have a Mercury on it. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying it because it's a God's honest truth. If it's got a Mercury on it, you're looking at $5,000.
Yeah. That's just the boat that you're getting right then. That ain't even the other stuff you got to do.
That ain't even the other stuff, Now, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Am I answering the...
Yeah, you're answering it right, because that's what we always try to tell people. I'm like, look, man, go tell me, because, like I say, I got 5,000 wrapped up in a kayak,
Right.
By the time you got your trailer and all that. I'm like, you go tell me that a bass boat you can find for $5,000 that has it rigged up the way it is, right where my kayak's rigged up with electronics,
Right.
good trolling motor,
Right.
lithium batteries, all that stuff. You tell me then.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh, well, I could have bought a tracker for this. But then I'm always like, well, you got maintenance. You got insurance.
See,
You got all that.
I get what you're saying, but, you buy a bass boat, number one, you got more room. You can take your family out. You've got, you got to kind of look at it in that perspective as well. If you buy a bass boat my theory is you can sell any used, you can at least get $5,000 out of any used bass boat. I don't care if it's got a 115, 150, if the carpet's all to hell and it's got a 200, you can sell it for $5,000.
Yeah.
Period. A kayak, it's like like you said, it's like bow hunting and rifle hunting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want to buy a Matthews, monster. I don't know what kind of bows they got now, but and bow hunt, set up in a tree stand and bow hunt instead of buying a 30-06 to where I could just sit in my truck or Hold on, let me back up.
Yeah. Virginia Game and Inland Fishers might be listening to this. So.
yeah, that's right. Well, I really don't hunt, so
yeah.
But buy a 30-06 and sit beside a tree and pop one off at 200 yards to where with a bow, a good 50, 60 yards if you're dialed in.
Yeah.
But it's kind of relative to everything that you buy.
Yeah.
Just like my Jon Boat. I bought it for $900. I bought, I had that Mercury Force. I bought it for $300 that I sold with the other Jon Boat. And I could have kept that on there. It's all what you want to do to it. You can buy a good kayak for $600 and leave it just the way it is and catch fish. You can go, you can float to James, New River, go in a pond, go on a lake, and you can still catch fish.
Yep.
But if you want to sink, if you want Panoptics on it, you can get Panoptics on it. If you want to put a, like a trolling motor, what is it? Where you got the trolling motor in it.
You got the torpedo, or depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The torpedo.
Yeah, the torpedo. Then you can do that. It's. I think it's relative to.
Exactly. It's on the experience you want.
It's if you want, if you're a diehard kayak fisherman and you're like, I don't need a bass boat, I don't need this, then sink $4,000 into it and you're happy. It doesn't matter,
Yeah. And that's what
what somebody else says. Like, well, I do that when I got a bass boat. Well, if you want a bass boat, go buy a bass boat.
Yeah.
You go buy a bass boat for $400. It's got ripped up carpet and no graphs and, a Johnson 150 on it and have at it.
Yeah. So you never find parts for. So.
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell people. When they make comments, I'm like, look, dude, when I'm on the water in a kayak, or anybody's on the water in a kayak, or your bass boat, you want it set up the way you fish, and you want to have the tools to help you catch more fish. And that's the same thing with a kayak. You are kind of getting away from it. When you put a motor on it and all that, you're kind of taking away from that experience. But when you're getting in the kayak tournament side, you want it, because it's like the same thing in bass boat side. You don't want somebody to have the edge over you if you can help it. You want to have is the same edge as the other guys got.
Right.
So
and that's where it comes back to being relative to everything. If you've got you buy a Mustang, GT, and the other guy's got a Mustang GT, and he's got a chip in it, or he's got a supercharger or whatever, then you know what I'm saying? Like, you can put as much money into anything that you have as you want.
Yeah.
It's like golf.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know jack shit about golf, but I know that there's some I know that it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, it's all in how deep you want to get into it. And that's what I always try to
Right.
tell people. The kayak air is for me to get to the spots that most times the bass boats don't go. I mean, if I'm going to some kind of lake, I'm either I'm in a little tournament, or I'm going to go shoot a little bit of video.
Right.
And just want to go around and just hit the local ramp. I don't want to burn no gas going everywhere. But if I really want to go up there like the Tuesday nighter, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to compete in a Tuesday nighter in my kayak, for one. I see guys
that
doing
would be
that.
kind of cool if you did.
It
though.
would be. Well, Dwayne even thought I was crazy. He's like, did you actually get your kayak across the lake? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't do that. I'm in my dad's
Well,
boat
do you
this
have
time.
a live well?
No, but I could make one.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be like that'd just put a little fishing basket. I mean, a little clothes basket with some noodles and a top. You know?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got you a live well.
Done.
We'll get the
Done.
little trash can with the pump.
Yeah, I've seen people do that with kayak.
Kayak catfish.
Yeah, kayak catfish does that for his bait fish.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, there's hacks for everything.
yeah.
You know.
Now I do want to come over on a Tuesday nighter now, and
We just show up.
just show up.
Dude, I fished out of my Jon Boat. Me and Andy fished out of my Jon Boat. We came in 6th. We was right out of the money.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got a 3-gallon gas tank and, Mercury 9.9. There's only so far you can go.
Yeah.
Well, let me take it back. You can go as far as you want.
You ain't gonna make it
But
back.
you got 4 hours to catch some money.
And all the fish that are released around that area.
Yeah.
It's really not that far to go. If we just put it at the public ramp, we could just paddle right across there.
Well, you can put in at Dwayne's too, can't you? Can't you put in at
Yeah.
Captain's Quarters?
Yeah.
You can put in at Captain's
okay.
Quarters.
I didn't
Put
know
it
if
in
you had
Captain's
no
Quarters,
parking.
Yeah, and just go in Bridgewater and fish.
Oh, there you go.
And you got music.
Yep.
Depending on which tournament you fish, you got music.
Friday nights you're gonna have music. Tuesday
Yeah.
night probably not.
Yeah, Tuesday night you won't. So, but yeah, and it's like I say, it's all relative. It's all in what you do, and that's what I always try to tell people. And that's just what I wanted to talk about a little bit, because you've bought boats, fixed them up, sold them, and flipped boats and stuff like that. And yeah, you can find a really cheap boat, but you're going to have to invest a lot of money to get it to the spots you want.
Well, sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on how cheap you get the boats. I mean, the first boat that I bought and actually, flipped was, let's see. No, it was the 93 Ranger I had. It was a 361, and I bought it off my neighbor where I used to live, Joe Miller. And he sold it to me for $4,000. And it was ready to go. I could fish out of it. It had, a humminbird, the black and yellow ones,
Oh, yeah. The 535s or whatever.
Yeah, whatever they are. You get at Walmart for like $80. But,
yeah.
I bought that boat, and my buddy Mike Burchett, he actually wet sanded it because it had water stains in it. Dude, when I got that boat back, he put a flipping deck on it, put new carpet, wet sanded it, and I put a new windshield on it that I got from Ranger. The cool thing about Rangers is that you can give them your VIN number, and they can tell you what size nut goes on the panel on your dash.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. And I got new seat covers too.
Nice.
That's the cool thing about Ranger. Their catalog is like huge, and they can get, they can send you the type of bearings that's in your trailer. They can, unfortunately they didn't make the flipping deck or the deck extension for the 93s, the 361. So that's the good thing about Ranger. Like,
yeah.
you tell them something, they're going to be like, well, we don't make it, or yeah, we got that. And like the older boats, like those older Ranger hulls, like I don't think there's nothing like them.
Yeah.
I don't care,
They're a good riding boat.
They are very good riding boats. They set good. They handle the water good, like rough water good. But I sold that one for, I think, $6,500.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold it to Andy, which I was going to ask a lot more for it because I put hydraulic steering on it. I had 2 Humminbird graphs on it, like a $898 and a $998 on it, and I put some LED lights on it and LED lights on the trailer. Some of the rigids, and like I said, it had new carpet, flipping deck, wet sanded, so it was clean as hell. And that's about the only things I did with it. I might have made a little bit of money off of it, but I was selling it to a buddy, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But I did, and it's like word of mouth is like the best way to find, where these boats are, because they're not listed on Marketplace or Craigslist.
Yep.
A
lot of people
here's an instance right here, and I can say this because the guy that bought it was from Harrisonburg and didn't know jack shit about bass boats.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like trying to rip. I didn't rip him off. He didn't argue with me.
Yeah.
But I found a nitro. It was I think it was an 884 SX or something. My buddy called me. He's like, "Hey, so and so's got a bass boat. I think it's a Ranger with a 200. It's like a 20-footer with a 200. Blah blah blah." Come to find out, it was a nitro with a 150 Mercury on it, and it was up underneath a barn, and had a cover on it. The wheels were rusted. I picked the cover up, kind of licked my thumb, and I run it across the clear coat, and I was like, "Oh." And I looked on the seats were perfect. The carpet needed vacuuming, had leaves and stuff in it. Mice had got in there. So I got that boat for $7,500.
Mm-hmm.
I actually traded a pontoon for it that I had traded for a four wheel. So he wanted a pontoon, and his wife did like recovered seats and stuff like that. So the pontoon was a great pontoon, but the seats were all trashed. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about that. She can recover them." I was like, "All right, cool." So I got that boat for $7,500, whatever.
Yeah.
I spent $300 on wheels and tires, and I swear, dude, just by and I didn't put no graphs on it. It came with one of those little Lowrance, about the size of a cell phone.
Yeah, like an X36 or something.
Yeah, it came with that. That was it didn't have nothing up front. It had that at the console, and that boat, dude. And the guy was like, I don't like it because it's too fast. And that boat was very fast. It had a 150 Mercury on it, and dude, it would get squirrely. It was it was a fast boat.
Try walk real bad.
Yeah, but it's like, dang, dude. And I think, that boat got to 57 to 60 mile per hour with a 150 on it.
Wow.
By my cell phone.
Yeah.
And then I sold it for $11,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
and
yeah,
I didn't
you could work you could work your way up to a nicer boat too. You
can. You can.
So,
but see, you're not going to find those deals on like Craigslist and even or Marketplace, and even if you do, you call them and it's already gone.
Yeah, they don't last long on there.
Yeah, this guy never posted it. He wanted to get rid of it, but didn't really advertise it. And my buddy told me about it, and whatever. So, and it's just like that other Ranger I had, that 374. I bought it for. I don't really want to say how much I paid for it. I got it. I bought it. I sold it for $6,000.
Yeah.
And it was an 84. And the only thing I did to it was I wet sanded it, new carpet. I didn't have a lot in that boat, put it that way.
Yeah.
But, and it had a Johnson GT, which stands for gas tank. 150 on the back of it, and it was white. It was a white Johnson. That's why I like calling it white Johnson.
Yeah. Johnson's had good motors there for a while, and then when they got bought out, and then it just went to, you couldn't get parts for them anymore. So
right, and I did a video on like a Javelin that I was going to buy.
I remember that one.
Yeah. And, the alarm kept coming on and this and that. Great riding boat once it got on pad. and the alarm didn't go off. Great riding boat, great hull.
Mm-hmm.
Never bought it, but I was just kind of going through on what to look for. You know, if it's, you know, but that motor was one of them thick. Is it thick? The Evinrude, it's a snowmobile motor, pretty much.
Yeah.
Thick, something. But it was a 200, and it was the same size as like a 125. I think it's a thick motor.
Wow. So
But
probably
and
screamed.
it's just everybody I talked to was like, "Don't do it. Those motors are the worst." And you know, but anyway, the guy down here, Danny's, you know, one of the best mechanics around. Lives right up the road from me here in Stewartsville, and he got it running and sold it. And the guy actually that bought it messaged me and said, "Hey, I seen your video. What'd you think about the boat?" I was like, "Dude, the boat was killer. I mean, it ran great. The boat, as far as the hull, I was like, I don't know about the motor though. It, you know, once it got on pad, it ran great.
Yeah.
But the alarm kept going off, and you know, but he bought it and it runs great now because Danny fixed it. And I don't know what he did, but
Well, that's good though. But I mean, you know, but that's the thing, you know, you got to be able to. That's what I always tell people too. If you're not mechanically inclined, which I know, like you said, you're not the mechanically inclined, but I mean, it does help, or at least have a friend that kind of knows a little something. Because you can kind of pick out some of those issues before you kind of jump into that. Into that headache that could be, you know. So, but that's the same way when I bought my Skeeter. Chris, what was that? That was a I can't even remember what year.
Which one?
The green one. That was a 94, I think, or 93 or something. It was SX 180.
Yeah, mid-90s, I think.
And that's what it's the same thing. It was under a guy's barn. The one side was in the sun all the time, so that was just a little faded and had to wet sand that a little bit. But other than that, one of the best. And that one actually was a Skeeter with a Mercury on the back of it, a 115 Mercury.
Yeah.
You know,
and you can't go wrong with a boat. I don't care if it's a Glastron, a G3, a Nitro. If it's got a Mercury on it, it's going to up the value.
Yeah. And I'm a Yamaha guy. Don't get me wrong. I love.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sponsored by Mercury, you know, whatever, but they've always been like, I've had Yamaha's great motors. The first boat I bought in 2011 was a G3 with a Yamaha 115 on it. Awesome motor.
Yeah.
Awesome motor. The Johnsons,
yeah.
Not so much, but you can say that because they're out of business.
Yeah,
whatever.
They don't matter anyway.
But you know, the Fast Strikes, yeah, maybe it was the Fast Strikes that were like the really good Johnson motors. Mark Saunders that works at Missile, he has he's got a Triton aluminum badass boat, like 18-footer or whatever, and it's got a Johnson 150 or 115 or something, or 90 or something, and that's a good motor. And his brother Russ has a Ranger 374 or whatever, and it's got a Johnson 150 on it. And I think they're both Fast Strikes, and I think that was the best motors that Johnson put out. I could be wrong. It could be the Venoms or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But one of the Johnson motors that they come out with was like really good and really fast.
Yeah. Johnson had some good ones. Yeah, Johnson had some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get the right year models, you know.
Right.
But yeah, that's what, you know, long story short, that's kind of what we're talking about. Is just, you know, when you see that post on there, and you're like, you try to explain to people, look, man, it's on what you want when it comes to whether you're rigging a kayak or whether you're rigging a boat. But you also, you know, some of these guys got to understand too, like some of these people like their kayak, for one, they don't have insurance. They have to put on, you know, you can, which if you put that much money in them, it's good to put, like, they have an insurance for kayak fishing now. So, but they don't want to pay the maintenance costs for motors and repairing motors and putting gas in it and all that. So there's also a reason why people don't spend that money. You know, I can spend $5,000 in a kayak and all I got to do is put gas in my daggone Tahoe to get there, you know? So,
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Same
you know,
with the Jon Boat. I mean, I got a
Yeah.
3-gallon tank. I got a 4-stroke motor. You know, I can go multiple times, and
not to put no gas in it.
yeah, I mean, it's like low maintenance. You know,
It sips
so
it.
it's all about putting. I mean, it's a 2020 Mercury 9.9, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you could get a 95, and you know, like those little tiller steered motors are pretty much bulletproof, and it don't matter what year it is, but
Yeah.
or if it's 2-stroke, 4-stroke, whatever. I mean, they're really freaking low maintenance as long as you change the lower unit oil and keep it maintained. Something goes wrong, fix it.
Yep.
Which rarely happens. Now watch, I'll go out tomorrow.
Come on, man.
And
don't do that to yourself.
What?
Don't do that to
Well,
yourself.
you know what? It's all good because I got warranty.
That's
so
right.
Whatever. Bring it on.
That's right.
Never had a warranty on a boat or on a motor except for this one. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it go, man. I got warranty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, it's all in what you want to spend. I mean, you can get like like one of the first, before a bass boat, I had a Bass Raider, a 10-foot Bass Raider with a Minn Kota trolling motor, and you can put $4,000 worth of graphs on it if you want to, or you can put you can pimp it out and spend as much money as you want to on it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's all on how much you want to spend.
Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's all on what you want to do. It's all on what you want to spend and where you want to go and what you plan to do. And like I say, kayak fishing, it's hard to take all your family out in a boat. But on a regular bass boat, if you got a kid, 2 kids, that's kind of what, me and James been talking about here lately, is taking the family out. Granted, we can get all the kids in a kayak.
Yeah.
And we got kayaks for everybody, but it's still, it's different in a boat.
Yeah.
You can run everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, if you want to be, that guy that's got a bass boat, Jon Boat, and a kayak, I mean, if you love fishing that much and love the water that much, then, you'll figure out a way how to get on the water in all 3 different crafts.
Yep.
If you're really into it like that, I mean, like I said, I had a bass boat and a Jon Boat and a kayak.
Yeah.
I like them all. Whatever.
As long as you catch fish out of it, it don't matter.
As long as you catch fish out of it, the fish don't they don't care what you're in.
Yeah.
You might not beat that 250, but
yeah,
they don't care.
Well, Shannon, before we let you go here, I know we were talking. I know it's getting late. I hate to interrupt you like that, but we were talking.
No, it's all good.
We were talking earlier about doing a giveaway. Are you still wanting to do a giveaway for the Dude Let's Fish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get first before we do that. I'm putting Chris on the spot here because I didn't tell him I was gonna do this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So Chris is gonna pick the winner for our RBT custom crankbait first. Our swim bait. So Chris, I think he's putting somebody in there now for that, and he's going to post it up right now. This is going to be the winner for the RBT custom swim bait. So Chris, go ahead.
CD Ba. I think I said that right.
CD Ba.
CD Ba.
CD Ba.
You are the lucky winner.
Yes. So get us your information through Facebook Messenger. Don't post it right here on the bottom. We don't want to have your address. So just get it to us Facebook Messenger, and we will get all that sent over to RBT Custom Crankbaits. He's going to send that right out to you first thing this week. So,
man.
Now, let's go ahead and pick a winner. What are we giving away? Are we going to do a hat, or are we going to do a shirt, or what are we
Man, all right, look, here's the deal. I'll give away something.
Okay.
I mean, I've got some missile bait stuff. I've got some Spro stuff.
So it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, I've got some Dude Let's Fish shirts, but I don't have all the sizes. So depending on what size he is, let's start with the shirt.
Okay.
I've got more coming. I've got a new design coming. I'm out of hats. I got to reorder them. But if I don't have your size, I will send something else. It'll either be something Spro, Gamakatsu, missile baits.
Yeah.
I don't have any Sunline to give away, and I don't have no Lose reels to give away. But
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't do all that.
Yeah,
I mean, we
any
like our
other
fans
stuff.
and all, but
yeah, exactly.
but no, I'm just kidding. So Chris is gonna pick a random winner.
All right, here we go. I got some.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick a random winner for our Dude Let's Fish giveaway. And while Chris is getting the winner typed up there, guys, go check out Dude Let's Fish on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and what's the other one? I just forgot. I just had a brain fart here. TikTok.
TikTok.
Yep. So go there, check them all out. He's got some great videos, good storylines to his video. I mean, it gets you intrigued of what's about to happen, you know? So
This winner's for the Do Let's Fish, not the lure. We've already done the one.
yeah, we already did the lure.
So ready?
Yeah, let's pick the winner. The Dude Let's Fish winner here.
Yeah.
That is Kevin.
We're not going to try to say your last name because we don't know how to say it.
Well, I want to try. What is that?
Try.
Rooch.
Kevin Root.
Roosh.
Sorry,
Rooch.
Kevin, we butchered your name.
Yeah.
He's
Spell
still
it.
with us though.
Spell it.
It's
Ruettsche.
That's Cajun. That's Routre.
Routre.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, Kevin, you won.
Kevin, you won. So
Yeah,
we're going to
well,
get
he
your
won. He
information,
won, whatever.
and then I'm going to send it over to Shannon, and he'll get
Yep.
with you. So,
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If I will send him some of these new. I don't know if you've seen. This is not a shameless plug, but the new missile baits bags. Have you seen them?
no, I have not.
Dude,
I would like to know why I do not have one of those.
we just got them.
Okay.
We just got 'em.
Okay.
But so they're not Bass Mafia bags. They are. Think of the Ziploc gallon bags on steroids.
Oh man.
They are awesome, and they're 99 cents a piece.
What?
So, yeah, I can get 12 regular missile bait bomb shot bags in one of these bags. You don't have
wow.
to put missile baits. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, but you can put, whatever your favorite soft plastic lures is, whatever. You can put line in them. You can put pliers. If you're a co-angler or something, you can put a little, or if you're kayaking, you can like throw some soft plastics in there, some pliers, some leader line, or, can of snuff, or your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't see him? I posted it. Like
I might have, dude. I haven't been on Facebook in like a good while.
Yeah.
Like actually looking around.
Dude, John's like, well, let's just post it and, don't overdo it. Well, I kind of overdid it just because I grabbed like 20 of them and started redoing all my bags because, you got like the Ziploc gallon bags that you'll buy at Walmart or whatever. And
yeah.
put some of your soft plastics in there. Like these bags, it's got like it's heat sealed all the way around it, like 1/4 of an inch. So they're not going to tear like the Ziploc bags. And they got the Missile Baits logo on them, and they've got like the little white part on it to where you can write what, like if it's your flipping bag,
Mm-hmm.
you can put D-bombs in there. You can put, brush hogs. You can put, whatever in there. And I love them, dude.
Nice.
And
Well, I can't wait to
I'm
get
not
some of
supposed
those.
to be promoting them like this. He's going to do a video on them next week, but
Okay.
I've got one in my hand right now. They're real thick, and yeah.
Well, good. I would like to try some of those. You need to get some of those.
Yes. I will get you some.
Yes, I expect some.
I'll get you some at ICAST. How about that?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
When you and James come up and be like, hey, what's new? Be like, here, man, here's these bags from last year. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Every time I
Yeah,
go down,
yeah.
I'm like, Shane, you got any new colors? No, man. I don't know if I got. Let me see what I can
don't
do,
know what
man.
you're talking about.
Let me see what I can do.
Me don't speak English.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what I hate about
Yeah.
iCash. You go, hey man, can I get one of those? Oh no,
Yeah.
I can't get none of them. Then all of a sudden you go back and you look at people's videos and you're like, I picked this up at iCash. I'm like, how in the hell did you get that?
Kevin says
Yeah.
his last name is pronounced Richie.
Richie.
Richie. Okay.
Oh.
There we go. All right.
Well, don't we just look like a bunch of Bedford County hill bunkers?
Yeah.
Kenny.
I was trying to go like smooth and be like, oh, that's Cajun. That's Richet. Or,
Yeah, Roche. It's all
Yeah,
romantic.
my bad.
Roche.
Yeah.
My
Sorry-
bad.
sorry,
Send me his
Richie.
address.
Yeah, we'll get you some prize packs out to you, man.
Yeah.
But Shannon, I'm gonna cut you loose, dude. It's getting late.
Cool.
I really appreciate you taking the time coming on, man. And
man.
Look forward to seeing some more videos. What you say, twice a week, dude? Let's fish.
Yeah. Twice a week.
Yeah.
Starting
Hold
this
your
week.
breath.
Starting this week. Yeah.
Maybe the week after.
Or at least after my daughter goes to college.
That's right.
Then I can get down on it. No, I appreciate it, man. It's like I said, I was in there, smoked a beer butt chicken and some potatoes, and my in-laws came over. So I'm good out here talking to you as long as you need me to. So whatever.
I really appreciate it, man. And like I said, we need to get together, do some fishing, trying to get you in the kayak and get into the river. That's what I want to get you to. I want to get you to the river.
I'm all about the river stuff.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
It's a blast. So, but after this hurricane stuff goes through and the water comes back down again, we'll have to get up there and go do some fishing. But until then, man, you have a good night. Like I say, guys, check them out on YouTube. Do Let's Fish. Hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends. And then, like I say, all social media platforms. Go check them out. So, if you can't find them, you ain't looking hard enough. So,
there we go. That's a good little plug right there.
There you go, man. I'll look out for you.
That's a bumper sticker.
All right, Shannon, you have a good night, man. Right. Talk to you later, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate y'all.
See you, buddy. I always have a good time talking with Shannon. Every time, if you go to the Classic, you need to go find a Missile Baits booth and go talk to Shannon. Shannon is always a great guy to talk to. He's always loves talking to people, answering questions. And depending on what's going on, if, John didn't make the last cut of the Classic or if he did make a Classic or whatever, he's there. Hopefully he makes a Classic. But if he didn't make it, he's there at the booth at certain times so they can tell you when he's going to be around. All of them guys are really great guys to talk with and really knowledgeable people when it comes to fishing. They catch a lot of fish. They travel around and catch a lot of fish. So it ain't like it's just in one little area where they're good at. They go all over the place. So, and then, of course, everybody knows John Cruz. So,
yeah.
But anyways, congratulations to our winners. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It's nice to get all the questions coming in and the comments. Chris, do we have anybody from Australia listening tonight? I know we had in our last video.
I don't think he was here.
Didn't see him on there?
No, he might have listened. Maybe he didn't talk.
Yeah. But like I say, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I know it's been a while. Like I say, 2 weeks since we've done a show. Our goal was to do them on Sundays, but business has gone crazy now, and then just everything going on. It's just family and all that. It's just been crazy. Yeah. So we're gonna try to get back into that Sunday nights, every Sunday night kind of deal. Maybe 3 Sunday nights a month.
And we'll try to fix our video issue.
Yeah, well,
the NDI source disappeared. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, well, we did an update on a thing. We probably should shut the computer down. Didn't think about it. You know what I mean? And then redone it. I don't know.
It's not even there for me to pick. So
yeah. So everything else looked good on our pre-check before the show.
Yeah, we don't ever take the check at because it's always worked.
Yeah, so, well, we know now.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. If you haven't yet, please go to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. We are very close to 4,000 subscribers. We are, I think, 50 subscribers away.
We're getting there.
Let me check. Let me check real quick. Let me pull this up because I want to tell you right. Yeah, we are less than 50 subscribers away from hitting 4,000 subscribers, which we are trying to put a prize pack together now for our 4,000 subscriber giveaway. We haven't really tonight's the night that I've even said anything about it. We haven't released nothing on our social media platforms about it.
Yeah.
So guys, just please go check us out. YouTube. Subscribe.
Thanks, Ron.
What was that?
He said, "Nice job, Josh and Chris."
Oh, thanks, Ron.
Yeah, thank you.
Which Ron is that? Is that Ron?
Ron
from
Weimer.
Oh yeah, I always love Ron.
Yeah.
Ron's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's been a big supporter of the show. But anyways, guys, check us out. Subscribe. We'll be doing a contest when we hit 4,000 subscribers. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, y'all have a great weekend. Well, a great week, not a weekend. Great week. And like I say, share them fish pictures with us. We're looking forward to seeing. We love seeing you guys fish pictures.
Yep.
Follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, all the podcast platforms. I can't think.